Hello everyone, this is the love video for the horoscope Taurus for the month of January 2019. And yes, we are finally there in 2019. Okay, so I'm going to let everyone know here that if you would like a private reading, you actually just need to visit my website, ameliatarot.com, and there you can book directly. And if you have any additional questions as well, you can email me, ameliatarot13@gmail.com, and I will get back to you as soon as I can with your answer. Okay, so we're going to get started here, Taurus, with your reading. And the decks that I will be utilizing, I have my regular deck, the Lenormand card, the Psychic Oracle, and then lastly here I have the Angel deck. I really want to draw one of these cards, a special message to start the new year for all of you here. Okay, so we're going to get started here, and to explain to all of you that have never seen my videos, that I shuffle this deck here and the cards turn over on their own, and I align 7 cards and I do 3 rows. And you can pick at the beginning of the video now if you want row 1, 2, or 3, or you can wait until I'm fully done the reading and then decide which line applies best to your current reality. Okay, so let's see here. We have a few cards that have turned over. And we just need 3 more. And also, I would like to let you know that this reading does apply to your ascendant and moon sign as well. And many times people do ask me what their ascendant and moon sign is. There are plenty of websites that can determine that for you. You just need to input some of your personal information. Okay, so let's see. We have a few extra cards here. So we're going to look at all of them. When extra cards turn over, the message is a bit longer, but that's okay here. Okay, Taurus. So let's see what the situation is dealing with. There's a card hidden behind there that I'm also going to examine. Many times the cards are hidden for a reason here, so we're going to look at that here. Okay, so here for the last card, I feel that you are a little bit frustrated, Taurus, with a situation you're dealing with. I feel that there are problems of understanding, communication. I feel that the kindness between you and your relationship has diminished. For the reason, as I've mentioned before, either you are not communicating in the same way, you're not seeing each other frequently, this person doesn't treat you in the same way, and they don't demonstrate to you the kindness, or maybe there's just too much arguing. I want to see what this card is here that's sticking out. But, look here, and I keep seeing cards. But here, this is telling me that despite all of this problem that you're having, you're not going to leave this person behind. This is a relationship that for you is very, very important, Taurus. This tells me here that there's something there hidden. There's a little secret, a problem that you're going to need to resolve. And my guides are telling me that you need to try and speak with your partner in a way that is very tranquil and reasonable, because there's something in their past that they've not shared with you yet. A topic that they've not wanted to touch upon. In some cases, you have briefly maybe touched upon it in a stage in your relationship, but in other ways, I see that this topic is really untouchable with them. And I think that you need to talk to him or her and try to get them to open up to you. This person, I feel that they are feeling stagnating and without being able to make a decision in life. It could be that they're doing something negative and not towards you, but towards themselves. And I see here it's almost as if you're telling them, you know, I don't understand. I can help you. I'm here for you. I'm supporting you. Let's look together for a way to get out of this. And this person that I see could be an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, or who has one of these signs in their ascendant or moon sign. Also, their characteristic here. They are an individual that is very very stubborn in listening to suggestions from others, even though they say, yes, you're right, but usually they do whatever they want. And some days they react well to your suggestions and others they don't. So this is the card that was hidden, and it is the Sun, which is a good thing here. And it tells me that this person needs to leave something behind. It's something that he or she is doing that is wrong, something that is negative. It could be someone who stresses out for anything. It could be someone who does something that may be addictive, addictions, something like that. Or maybe they're not taking their medication. I see that there's something here that they are doing that is wrong. And Taurus, you no longer know how to make them understand. There, I would say, are very good chances here. Very high chances that this person at some point may listen to you and truly follow your lead here, because this is telling me that they are going to stop doing what they're doing. And I'll tell you this, here I'm seeing a door that's going to open. And there's various cases here. If this is a case in which you are in a relationship, you're going to give them advice, they'll accept it, and then they're going to do it. And there's the opportunity here. This is something that is not new and always puts this other person in this type of mood or reaction. So as I've said, really touch this topic very delicately. Don't go to them directly and say, do this, because it's not going to work. I would say subtly and with kindness, I'm going to support you, I'm going to help you. And there you might have a better probability for this to help them and for this relationship to function. And I think that you will achieve it here. And really, this person, I'm seeing that this person has been on this carousel for a long time, going around and around. Let's suppose that they go to work and they come back in a very bad mood, but they've been there for 9 years. I know, and you tell them, I don't understand. You've been there for such a long time, you come back in a bad mood, the relationship is affecting, your work is affecting the relationship. Just to give you an idea of what could happen. Or maybe they eat something that makes them sick. There's so many possibilities here. And they're constantly going around in a cycle, on the carousel. And you are starting to lose your patience with this. So let's take a look at what's happening here. I have to draw one more card here. Also, this can be, in some cases, friendships between two people, maybe that you advise, or it could be parent to child, or various situations here, not just partners. So friends or parents. So this is telling me here that this situation is not going to be easy. And here I see a father that's about 40 years old and a child that is 21. And this son or daughter may have a child as well that is 1. So they're actually a grandparent. And here, this middle individual, I feel between the grandfather and their child, I see that it's very difficult to get out of the situation that they're in. I see that it's been many, many years, more than 8 years that they've fell into this cycle and they're not able to get out. You are going to need to be here the person who guides, the person who accepts and utilizes this mask depending on how you feel that you can help this person. Not everyone is the same. I don't feel that this person you're dealing with is very young, but they act as such. And so it may even be that you as a mother or father may need to be responsible for your grandchild because your child is not being responsible. And if it's your partner, this may be the exact same thing here. And I'm seeing here there's something that you have to say here. You need to speak with them. And I feel even my voice is escaping me here. And you need to tell them, I can no longer go on with this because you're not just destroying yourself, you're destroying everything around you. Could be relationship, as I said, a mother, parent and child, friends. There's someone that's not doing something right here. the cards I'm seeing people who live in Peru, Bolivia, Chile. So here I'm seeing Spain as well. But this city could be... I don't know if it's... I need to pay attention here because my guides are telling me 2 or 3 cities in Spain. Could be Valencia. I'm not able to hear the next one here. Valencia and Malaga as well. And another city, as I mentioned here. If you find yourself in any of these countries, just be careful of people with these types of conducts because they could complicate your family and stability. Okay, so just be a little bit cautious there. I hope this doesn't really apply to a lot of people, this line, because it's really not the best. Names, I'm seeing Sergio. I'm not sure if it, Evan as well. Renee. Sumira. Those are the names that I'm hearing. Okay, so here what's coming their way here is transformation. And that's fortunate here because it's a good thing. You have to have faith that this is going to happen. He or she is going to go through a complete transformation, a complete change. They leave a stage in life behind, they get off that carousel, and they take the reins of their life. The number 3 is very important. I'm seeing a 31. The 31st of December, I see that this transformation started here. You know, almost like in the new year. Let me start now, and then in the new year, I'll start a clean slate. I'll start in a different way. And you do need to trust them in that way because they are really trying here. So give them the benefit of the doubt. Here I'm also seeing Alyssa, Elsa, a Rose. And I see that there's someone who has such a problem here that in certain ways, I almost see it's a bipolar or almost like a split personality where today they'll act a certain way. It may not even be in 2 different days. It might be in the morning and then afternoon. It's very difficult to follow them because they're constantly changing here. It's almost like a bunch of different personalities wrapped into one. So here we need to try and talk to them when they're in their best mood. And I apologize, you know, this is not easy here, and I hope that this year will be the last, or rather last year was the end of that, and that 2019 brings you great things. Okay, so we're going to continue on to the second line here. I'm not sure who this man is here, Taurus, but they're following you everywhere here. Okay, so we'll go to the last card here. Okay, so Taurus, divided between the past, the present, and the future, making decisions drastically for the future. This year, newly, I feel that you start with the right foot here, and you're saying, you know, the past is done, and it's in the past. And the past, I see that it's this person who is a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or who may have these characteristics someone who is very tranquil, someone very negative, problematic. And this tells me that you now are trying to start something new with another person here. This person, or this new person that you're dealing with, you already knew them from the past. So if you're currently in a relationship from a water sign who has those characteristics, in the interim, you've now met someone who is an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. There's someone who is great at communicating, very intelligent, young but very intelligent. It could be something related to a trip that you've made. I feel people who have traveled a lot and have met him or her. It could also be that you took a trip to a country or a city that has the letter N, Z, or the letter A or L. Any place that you visited that has those letters there, you've met someone and this person really left you fascinated. But now you're saying, you know, I really, really like them, but I have my current relationship and I need to leave them behind. This tells me now that for the moment, I don't know, maybe if it's the season, like that just passed the holiday season or the new year. You know, like I've said, maybe some of you propose to do this more in the new year. But some of you who are Taurus here, I see that you wanted to take a trip to meet this person, but then you decided to wait and pass the holidays because you didn't want to cause a problem with your current relationships and just kind of left it there. And for those of you that have already ended the relationship with the first person, you didn't want to make it so evident and take a trip to go see someone new right away. So now you're going to kind of have a pause here, but the pause won't be very long. I feel that it'll be 2 weeks at most. And when, you know, this new year really gets started, then you're going to make that move. Now, this person I see could be from the years. Let me take a look. (1950), (62), (74), (86), and 2000. The letters, I see M and last name A, the letter D, A, L, also D-E-L, Del something. Countries. I believe that many are from Mexico, and the other person lives in the United States. Could be two people from Mexico, maybe that met in the United States. That's another possibility. And I see that really you're just waiting now because the holidays just passed and New Year's as well, and you didn't think it was really a good time to make this move. Okay, so clearly here this is telling me you're going to make a decision between two options here. There is a door here that for you is already open, and I think that's the second option you have, and then the first one is from your current relationship. I see that this is for people who are deciding to leave someone behind to start something new. The letter I have here is Q. And here we have someone. I see someone is showing me here, someone who likes to go to the theater, or they do things that are very theatrical, cinematic, that type of person that, you know, knows everything about the cinema and likes to know a lot about movies. Could even be to see ballet and theater performances, things like that. Not so much for you here. I don't feel that you share tastes in that specifically, but yes, you do understand each other in many other aspects. And I see that there's a lot of connection here. Yeah, this is also telling me here people from Colombia and countries. I'm seeing also Canada. Yeah, Colombia and Canada. Interesting. For ages, I see 19, 21, 44. 39 or 37. And here, the guides are telling me also that someone is applying to get their legal paperwork in order to be able to move from one place to another. I'm not sure, maybe if someone lost their passport and has to redo it, or maybe it was stolen, but I see that something happened here. I see that someone had a problem as far as legal paperwork and has to go and figure it out because it's a bit complicated because they're missing some documentation. But I definitely see that it'll be recomposed here. And what did I tell you here? Really, what did I tell you to all of you, Taurus? Someone arrives that you connect in a way which is incredible. It's not that you like the same things here. I'm seeing maybe even different ages. I see that there is a bit difference, maybe 10 years at least in ages. Could even be a bit more, a bit less. This is just a general reading, so this could apply to different people. But it's not that you like the exact same things, but you have something that connects you. And this really is what makes you feel, Taurus, that you can decide to end with your current relationship and continue on with this new person. It is an excellent, excellent card. Here, there's harmony, there's kindness, understanding, there's a lot of support and help. This tells me here that her name is Laura, and his name could be Joseph, Carlos, even Javier. And for her, yeah, I see Laura, Christina. Those are the names that I'm hearing here. Well, please let me know in the comments, Taurus, if you know anyone with that name or dealing with anyone like this, or you've connected with someone in this way. Yeah, let me know in the comments section. Okay, so let's take a look here. Oh, wow. This is really unbelievable here. The same person once again. Truly, Taurus, I've never seen this before. 3 times in the same reading, the same card. Okay, so this line is for people who are debating between 2 decisions, 2 individuals, 2 even specific situations in your life. And one of the situations, Taurus, has you very out of control and upset. And I think that there are 3 people involved here. I think that there's someone that you've not been able to forget no matter how hard you try. I think you're making a great effort and you're trying to collaborate with your partner to move forward with them, but it's not working out. And the problem of why it's not working is because I don't feel that your relationship awakens that necessity of being with him or her. I think that for the month of February, or someone who is an Aquarius, you may meet them, who is going to make you feel revived. Here I see someone who is really doing very unwell, depressed. And it could be that this special date, which is, now the new year, makes you reflect about who is no longer with us and who we are. Taurus people, I see that you are missing someone of a family member who's no longer with you, who is a water sign, and may have been someone who was very quiet, or at the very least, at the very last periods of their life, submerged themselves in a depressed state and were very quiet and were not able to communicate with you. And if that's the case, I see that in your dreams, the communication reaches you. And if it was a relationship that you left behind, in February, I see that there will be a reconnection. If someone who left your life, you leave that behind and reconnect with someone who makes you feel like you can dream again and be happy. The countries I'm seeing: Brazil, clearly I'm seeing Brazil. Rio, yeah, clearly Rio and Brazil. So it's very specific, the message here. It could be maybe that you live in a different part of Brazil, but in some moment it tells me that you were there in that city or you plan to go there, and it has a lot of connection with this reading here. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so let's see what the Lenormand cards tell us. Yeah. Obviously here, this is a labyrinth that is extremely difficult to decipher here. If you are sitting between two lovers here I see that you finally decide in the month of February, or you go for the Aquarius person. If it's your partner, which I don't believe this situation applies to very much, you're going to need to go through a very long and winding road here to be able to reconnect. The age, I see 43, and the letters A and P. P, the name, and M, the last name. This tells me here that you are going to need to regain strength in order to try and balance your life in a way that everything returns to you. What you put out needs to come back to you. And how? Which is to obtain a positive and strong attitude. Like the bear here, you need to be strong and standing up for what you believe in. And keep moving forward, Taurus. Sometimes things happen. We have doubts, problems in your relationship, misunderstandings, and doubts really between two people here. But I have heard cases of people who've said, the people made mistakes, and obviously people in general, many times, not everyone, fortunately here, but we tend to make judgments without having lived through an experience. So here this tells me that you are going to need to deal with that type of situation here. But in the end, you're going to do what is best for you. Like the bear here, you're going to be strong and kind at the same time. If you are 43 years old, you may have a daughter who is 15 or 10. And that's also what has kind of stopped you from moving forward a bit outside of your relationship. That's kind of held you back as well. Okay, so I really see that your life here, you've put here in a, you've put into motion here. And that movement that's going to be accelerated, be it whichever case it is, reaches here a conclusion which is very specific. And what is that? That you obtain anything that you want. Look, if you see here, she's staring up at the stars. And justly here, I see people who love to look up at the stars. And I don't know if at some point you've told the other person, at certain time look at this star because I'm also going to be looking at it. Or two people who share the love of astrology, for psychology as well, I feel. Tastes, like I've said, that are very similar in certain aspects, different in others. but there's a connection that is very, very important here. And so here, your homework is to decide here. Do you recompose your current relationship? Do you move on to the next one? Decide what you want for your life, for the future. The only thing that you're not able to do in this case is to be unhappy. And I moved here and I saw this card here where you self-punish yourself. What's going to follow you is this, which is one gets sick, is worried, trying to recover from something here. So here you need strength, you need decision making, because whatever you hope for will happen here, Taurus. So let's draw a card here from the angels for the 3 lines and see what we have for you to end off the reading. Okay, so we have 2 cards here. You have wait and reconsider. So let's see what the message is from the angels. Wait. This situation requires a bit of patience. This is for the 3 lines. Your angels are not saying no, but they're saying not yet. Sometimes the heavens need some extra time to put all of the pieces perfectly into place. What you have asked about is going to have effect on the lives of others. For the time being, while this occurs, you need to make some extra preparations to make sure that the necessities of everyone has been met. You need to be patient so that everyone involved can have the experience that they need to have. And then lastly, it also says to reconsider. There is an element in your plan, Taurus, that you should reevaluate. Take your time to truly move forward on your project with caution. Share your plans with a close friend that you have who can give you an idea, a positive idea or clear idea of what it is you want to know, and ask your angels to guide you. This is not the moment to make changes in your life of which you are considering. And I told you here that you are going to wait, that you wanted to wait, but you are going to wait. If you remember that I told you that, I believe it was the 2nd line. And here this tells you to wait and reconsider, exactly what I told you. A better moment will arrive, or you will realize that you are going to choose a different type of transformation for yourself. And I'm telling you here, the moment was not right now. Wait until, the holidays are over, the new year is past, and then afterwards, we're going to move forward. And we have the 2 swords here, which are thoughts. And here I'm seeing that looks like you were going to act, and then you said you were going to reconsider. It's very clear, the message here. So Taurus, I really wish you all the best. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Remember, if you want to book a reading, just go to my website, ameliatarot.com. Thank you so much for liking my videos, for commenting, for sharing them. And we will talk soon for the next month. Wish you all the best in 2019.